Right, Mandela's first home in Houghton, Johannesburg, has been renovated and transformed and re-envisioned as an iconic hospitality experience, renamed the Sanctuary Mandela. It has been transformed into a hotel with a personal connection to the private life of Madiba. It is the only former residence of Madiba accessible to the public, not as a museum, but as a venue for an intimate stay with the memories of the global icon. The development is in partnership between the Nelson Mandela Foundation and Motsamayi Tourism Group. To tell us more, we are joined by Jerry Mabena of the Motsamayi Tourism Group. He's the CEO there. Mr. Mabena, thank you very much for your time. Now, first of all, of course, this is very exciting for those who haven't entered the Nelson Mandela home. Tell us, will you be leaving everything that Madiba had in there, your furniture and stuff like that, as is, or is that all going to change?
Maseko, good morning to your viewers and happy Mandela Day today. I would have loved that we could say that we have left everything, but I think when we found the house, it was completely vandalized. So a lot of those beautiful stuff that you're referring to were actually stolen or taken from the place. So we've had to, in many ways, reimagine some of it. And in some cases, use some of the artifacts and everything else that sits inside the Nelson Mandela Foundation, who are our partners. So unfortunately, we couldn't keep a lot of the stuff that was there. But as far as the building is concerned, we tried to keep as much as possible, including all the roofing. We used the old tiles. We used some of the bricks in some of the building that we did. We restored the windows, which were falling apart and literally rotting. So it's quite an amazing place. And I think just to add that we call it Sanctuary Mandela because we were very reticent to convert it into a typical hotel. We want it to be a place of reflection. We want it to be a place where you go and you almost rekindle your own spirit in really kind of infilling yourself with the spirit of our founding father, Nelson Mandela.
Mr. Mabena, does this mean that there was no security then at the house to ensure that, the looting of things doesn't happen?
I think there's a whole process leading up to the time when the former president left the house to when it was bequeathed to the Nelson Mandela Foundation. There's an entire history, and during that time, a lot of damage was caused. So even though there was inside, towards the end, security there, but the building itself was not taken care of. It was falling apart. In fact, to a large extent, quite a big portion of it we had to destroy because it was not safe for occupation.
That's very unfortunate, and I think maybe some of the questions I'll ask the relevant people, I know you had nothing really to do with it, but let's talk about affordability. When it comes to places such as this that have a history that is so rich, the price per night might not be that cheap or affordable.
Yes and no. I think we agonized over that. We wanted the place to be a five-star hotel, let's start there. But we also wanted it to be accessible to, it's not going to be accessible to the majority of South Africans, but it's not going to be inaccessible to South Africans. I think it's important to note that. What we did, we basically put the rooms are very, very different in their layout. So some of the rooms would start in around about 4,000 rands per night. And it'll go right up to the presidential suite, which will go up to 15,000 rands. But it's got a whole lot of additional experiences attached to it. So we tried as much as possible to really create an experience more than just a place to sleep.
All right. And in terms of accessibility, is it already accessible to people to start booking there? And if yes, how have you been doing throughout this COVID time and lockdown?
No, we're actually now finishing the last bit of it. We are getting all our occupational certificates and all the bylaws. We're still waiting for things like our liquor license and those sort of things. I think once we've done all of that, in August we should be able to start trading and inviting South Africans to come through. And to your question of how we've been doing, I think it's been a tricky time because we haven't really opened it to the international market just yet, because we wanted to kind of give it a test run with our own South Africans as much as possible. But the little bit that we have done in terms of dipping our foot in the water has shown a great deal of interest from around the world in terms of people wanting to come and stay there.
Okay. Motsamayi, Tourism CEO Jerry Mabena, thank you very much for your time.